afternoon. Shall we please be upstanding and let's share a word of prayer. Shall we bow down our heads for a word of prayer? Out of them shall come songs of thanksgiving and the voices of those who celebrate. I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will make them honored, and they shall not be small. From Jeremiah 30, verse 19. With our hearts joined together, we wish to offer our thanksgiving, O our Heavenly Father. Your faithfulness for these 2 decades, Lord, has kept us even as we trained professionals in the medical field. For our forebearers who gave birth to the vision of a postgraduate medical college, we give thanks. For all our leaders who sustained the vision for these 2 decades, Father, we give you thanks. And for all those gathered here this afternoon to celebrate 2 decades of our existence, we give you thanks. We commit every aspect of the program to your capable hands, that your grace be sufficient unto us and bring us to a successful end. I offer this prayer in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you. Please be seated.
Thank you very much, Prof. I believe to some extent we all know the reason why we are here, but we'll need somebody to give us details, or to explain the reason why we are here more to us. And we have a very big man to do that for us. He's my own professor, someone I see as a father. He's currently the president of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, and previously served as the chairman of a faculty and vice president of the Division of Surgeons. He holds several fellowships in several societies and institutions, including the Ghana Academy of Arts and Science, the West African College of Surgeons, the Royal College of Surgeons, the International College of Surgeons, and the Royal Society of Medicine. Without wasting so much time, let's welcome Professor Samuel Yao Deborah to let us know the reason why we're gathered today.
The chairman of the Council of Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, Professor Yao Odujemfi, the chairman of the occasion, Professor Nana SKB Asante, the representatives of Minister for Health, Nananum, distinguished invited guests, proud fellows and members of Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, residents, press corps, ladies and gentlemen. It is my singular honor and privilege to welcome you all to the launch of the 20th anniversary of the founding of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. The launch, of course, will immediately be followed by the first of the public lectures that will be delivered to highlight the occasion themed 2 decades of postgraduate medical training in Ghana. 20 years is, to all intents and purposes, the coming of age of the college. From a difficult gestation through infancy and childhood, it is a time for sober self-reflection and critical appraisal of our stewardship over those years. We shall celebrate our successes and learn lessons that will help propel us into the future. As you know, there have been evolutionary changes in postgraduate medical training from the Haustidian model of one master and several docile apprentices, which held sway for over a century, through Churchill's competency-based system, and now early sub-specialization. This, no doubt, has been influenced by the astronomical rise in medical literature and technology leveraging in our diagnostic and operative armamentarium. So to show how our young college has meandered through the difficult terrain of postgraduate medical training thus far, there is nobody who is best suited than our current rector, a superb administrator and an academician par excellence, as indeed all his predecessors have been. I'm certain that the records will show that we are on course to realize our vision to be the premier postgraduate college in Africa and beyond. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Deborah. Prof, please, can you wait up here? Professor Deborah, can you kindly wait up here? So before we continue, I'd like to call our dignitaries to come to the stage up here with us. So Professor Richard Adanu, Rector of the Ghana College. Professor Samuel Deborah is already here, the president of the college. You can join him up. Professor Nana SKB Asante, member of council. Please join us up here. Professor Yao Edujemfi, chairman of council. Professor Pius Agbenoku, vice president for surgeons. Dr. Justina Ansa, Vice President for Physicians and Chair of the Planning Committee. Then I'm honored to call upon the Minister of Health, Mr. Kweku Ajiman Menu. You are most welcome, sir. Kindly join us here. Thank you very much for gracing our occasion with your presence and for joining us upstage. I'll now call upon the Chairman of Council, Professor Yao Edujemfi, to give us an address.
Good afternoon. Nana Chair, Nana Susubri Bikrobia Asante, Honorable Minister for Health, Mr. Kweku Ajiman Menu, MP for Doma, President, Professor Sam Deborah, Vice President, Justina Ansa, Professor Agbenoku, I recognize a few others here. Professor Paul Nyame, former President, Dr. Nkrumah Mills, fellows and members of council, distinguished members of the press if they're here, ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pleasure and satisfaction that I'm participating in this afternoon's launch of the 20th anniversary celebrations of our college, the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. My joy and satisfaction stem from the achievements of the college, which was an idea which was vigorously debated 20 plus years ago, and now we have an established, respected, and thriving institution. I joined the proponents or the advocacy group for the college that included, amongst other eminent physicians and surgeons, Professor P.K. Nyame, Professor Irekum Brobe, Professor Ladewo Sonu, Professor Frimpong Boati, to advocate for the establishment of a postgraduate college in Ghana to facilitate training of our own specialists. At that time, it was only through the West African colleges that postgraduate training was offered in Ghana. The Nigerians had their own national college alongside the West African colleges, and they wouldn't allow similar subsidiary arrangement in any other country. It looked like an uphill task when our advocacy was being advanced because some of our own Ghanaian colleague fellows from the West African College were also against the idea. I will not take much time to dilate on this, but I recommend Professor P.K. Nyame's book on the history of the college to you for details, elucidation, and explanations of some of the difficulties and solutions that emerged from various lobbies and fora in favor of the college. And now, 20 years later, here we are with an established, quality, respected, and thriving college, backed by a law which has already been twice amended and is likely to be amended again in not too distant a future to reflect the rapidly changing electronic, technological, and communications environment for self-learning, didactic teaching, and practice. It is time for a serious appraisal and major review to inform our required next steps. It is time for major changes that will address the present health needs of the Ghanaian communities, including universal quality, equitable, and accessible health care. Government, through its Ministry of Health and some of its agencies, should be keenly interested in this endeavor and support it in every way. On the launch of this 20th anniversary celebration of the college, I think it is in order to offer heartiest congratulations and gratitude to the founding fathers or administrators of the college for their hard work and perseverance. Foremost among these are, to name a few, Professor Ofosu Ama of blessed memory, First President and Chairman of Council, Professor Sisi Adumakun, Treasurer, Professor Bruce Tego, editor of our bulletin, Professor, again, Paul Kwame Nyame, First Rector, Professor Irekum Brobe, Vice Rector, and Mr. Ado, who was the librarian. They all deserve our commendation. Yours truly served as a first chair. Yours truly served as first chair of Faculty of Anesthesia and Critical Care and a member of the Executive Board. The president of the college then also served as chairperson of the college council. This is no longer the case, as there has been a separation of functions. There is now a substantive chairman for the College Council, of which the president is a member. The president is in charge of academic activities of the college, while policy evolution resides with the council, which also ratifies decisions of the academic board. I urge the council and the college at all times to work together towards the common purpose of increasing our specialties mix and our output numbers through conducive and realistic strategies that will inure to the benefit of Ghanaian communities. There will be an appropriate time when the college and its president will, hopefully and ultimately, have adequate financial muscle to seek to run the college independent of government. Even then, there will have to be a congruence of thought on policy regarding healthcare delivery in the interest of Ghanaians. Now, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I am sure that in the course of various lectures, panel and group discussions, feasible suggestions will emerge that will help facilitate the attainment of our common goal of populating equitably the whole country with the required numbers of quality specialists and thereby contribute to achieve universal health coverage for Ghana. Now, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Rector and the organizing committee for their hard work in planning the 20th anniversary celebrations. I am sure by the time we are through with this year-long anniversary celebration, we will have garnered enough ideas and suggestions to inform the changes we seek, changes we need, and the way forward. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Prof, for that. We want to acknowledge those that have joined us on the various social media platforms of the college, so on Facebook and then on YouTube as well. You're all welcome to today's program. Next on the schedule, we have the introduction of the chairman of the occasion, which is going to be done by one of my lecturers, of course. She is the past vice president of the divisions of physicians. With a round of applause, let's invite Dr. Audrey Forsen to introduce the chairman of the occasion.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues. All protocols observed. It is an honor to be invited to introduce the chairman for this occasion, which is the launch of the 20th anniversary celebration and a public lecture by the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. Our chairman for today's function is a legal luminary with an LLB honors from Nottingham, UK, an LLM from UK, and a Doctor of Juridical Science from Yale University School of Law. He's also an academic and experienced professor of law and was a pioneer who helped establish the University of Ghana Law Faculty from 1961. He's also an international lecturer in law at Leeds University, UK, at Cambridge University as a visiting fellow of Clare Hall and visiting member of the law faculty. He was an adjunct professor of Howard University Law School in Washington, D.C., USA, and visiting professor of law, Temple University Law School in Philadelphia, USA. Our chairman is a former Solicitor General and Deputy Attorney General of Ghana from 1969 to 1977, and served also as an attorney and legal advisor with the World Bank, and later with the UN Center on Transnational Cooperation in New York, where he became the director from 1983 to 1992. He was the chairman of the committee of experts that formulated proposals for the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. That was 1991-1992. He's a fellow and past president of the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences, and is an active international arbitrator who co-founded and is currently chairman of the Ghana Arbitration Center. He is a member of the National House of Chiefs and of the National Peace Council, and is the paramount chief of Asante Asokore. He was a member of the inaugural governing council of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons so many years ago, 20 years ago. He's a writer, he's a lawyer, an international arbitrator, a senior statesman. We could go on and on. But I think you would agree with me that our chairman is well equipped to guide us through to a successful end of this August occasion. It is therefore my honor and pleasure to invite Nana Susubribri Probia Asante, in private life also well known as Professor SKB Asante, to chair this function. And Nana, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much. The chairman of the Council of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, Dr. Idujemfi, the president, Professor Deborah, the Honorable Minister of Health, the rector, Dr. Danu, former rector, Professor Paul Nyame, other rectors, former officials of the council, of the college. I would like to thank you most sincerely for inviting me to chair this historic event, and I would like to thank the doctor for my very kind words about me. In celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, it is only appropriate that we should remember and celebrate the founding fathers of this great institution. The establishment of a postgraduate medical training facility in this country confronted many challenges. The very idea of establishing a separate postgraduate medical institution in Ghana was questioned by some eminent members of the medical profession who genuinely argued for the concentration of such postgraduate endeavors in one place in West Africa. I should recall in passing that the establishment of the University of Ghana, the Ghana Medical School, and the Ghana School of Law at Makola was also marked by heated debates. In the case of Makola, senior lawyers wondered what good could come from a law school at Makola. Right now, access to Makola Law School is a highly competitive affair. The college also met the usual teething problems of a new academic institution, such as finding accommodation, but the pioneers persevered and ultimately triumphed. So on this occasion, I would like us to applaud our founding fathers, just as the chairman did. The honor list is long, so I will limit myself to mention a few of them. I mentioned the government of President Kufuor, and the government of the the government of the Netherlands, Dutch government, eminent personalities in the medical and other fields who piloted the project, the members of the inaugural Governing Council, in particular the first president, Professor Samuel Ofosu-Amaa, the indefatigable first rector, Professor Paul Nyame, the first fellows and members of the college, Professor Ofosu-Amaa's imaginative leadership and formidable intellectual prowess led to the successful establishment of the first and only facility for postgraduate medical training in Ghana. So I will respectfully ask you to observe a minute's silence for the late Professor Samuel Ofosu-Amaa, who passed away a few months ago. Shall we get a mayor? Right, yeah. All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I must confess that I feel a little uneasy about asking you to applaud the members of the inaugural council because I was a member myself. However, I hope you will forgive me, if only because, as a chief, I'm used to riding on the shoulders of others. I have no qualms, however, in mentioning the pivotal role of the first rector, Professor Paul Nyame, in the establishment of this college. He translated the policies determined by the council into action, and he played a spectacular role in the construction of the premises of the college, ranging from the preparation of the design of the building, the presentation of the design to a skeptical council for approval, negotiating with the Dutch authorities for funding for the construction of the building, and selling the idea of a multi-purpose function for the building, including renting some part of the premises commercially. In addition to that, he chaired the committee for the construction of the medical museum in the college, and finally, as pointed out by the chairman, he has written an authoritative history of the college, so he deserves applause. The achievements of the college within the past 20 years will be the subject of the public lecture to be delivered today by Professor Richard M.K. Adanu, I beg your pardon, who is more competent to do it than I. I recall that I was once called upon in the first class compartment of an airplane to help attend to some sick traveler, and I had to confess that I wasn't a proper doctor. But in general terms, the college can claim, without offense to modesty, that it's contributed to the stemming of the brain drain in the medical field. The exodus of our young doctors to distant lands in search of postgraduate training has been significantly reduced. The college has also played a significant role in raising the standard of medical practice and in the promotion of scholarship in medicine in this country. However, there's no room for complacency. The college certainly needs more financial support for the effective execution of this mandate, and in particular for expanding the areas of specialization. It needs to keep abreast with global medical developments and also take into account the new demographics, such as the aging population, the urban poor, and the rural communities. As Yaman Hanabasantia Sakore, I have observed the innovative and so-called unorthodox methods employed by the Ahmadiyya Mission Hospital at Asokore for the health problems of the rural community. I recall that when we applied for the registration of the hospital in 1975, a high-powered medical officer wondered why the government should register a facility that, quote, performed operations on a butcher's table. To us, the rural community, any form of medical help was welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, the responsibility for the sustained development of the college and for effective health service in the country does not rest exclusively with public authorities. Individual health professionals should display a greater sense of social responsibility as a necessary ingredient of medical service. They should not resist transfers to rural posts. In this respect, I would like to remind you of the famous question posed to the late Dr. Emmanuel Evans Amform when, as a young doctor, he complained about being transferred to Tamale on the ground that it was too far. The famous question from his superior officer was, too far from where? Yes. Despite all the pressures of the practice of medicine, doctors should endeavor to desist from malpractice. As a former member of the Medical and Dental Council, I saw some of the challenges confronting the medical personnel. However, they should strive to achieve and maintain the highest standards in the profession, even in the face of these difficulties. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, that with these opening words, I have paved the way for the delivery of the main lecture, and I would like to thank the management of the college once again for doing me the honor of inviting me to chair this event. I'm proud to be associated with the second celebration of the birth of this college. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nana Chair, for that excellent address. We really need funding to keep abreast with global medical development in the aging population and the health needs of a growing population. Thank you very much. I know we have also heard that we will, as much as possible, not resist transfer to rural areas. That message has been well noted. Before I call on the MOH choir to give us some music, wonderful music, I'd like to call Professor Efwa Jekti Hesse to kindly join us upstage. Please give her a round of applause.
Thank you very much to the Ministry of Health choir. Yes, they are from the Ministry of Health. So, you know, our health ministry, we do hospital, we also heal through music. Thank you very much once again, MOH choir. Quickly, I would like to recognize some of the people or the dignitaries that are also here. I would like to mention that we have council, members of the council present here. We have chairpersons, secretaries, and chief examiners as well. And we have a lot of faculty members as well, and members, other staff of the college. We have past rectors, past presidents, past vice presidents, all present with us today. We also have executives of the Ghana Medical Association. You're welcome. We have executives from the Ghana University of Ghana Medical School, the training nursing training college as well, and we have two secondary schools that are here as well, Accra High and St. Aquinas Secondary School. You're all welcome. Yes, we hope to see some of you enrolling into the residency programs in the not too distant future. Amen. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure to introduce the special guest of honor for today. Our special guest of honor is an esteemed politician with very rich political background. He's currently the Member of Parliament for Doma Central in the Bono region of Ghana, and has served as the MP for Doma West for 3 consecutive terms, demonstrating his enduring support for his constituency. His educational background includes a Bachelor of Science degree in Economics and Statistics from the country's premier university, the University of Ghana. Additionally, he's a chartered management consultant from the London School of Accountancy. Through his political career, he served in various leadership positions in government, including Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Interior, Finance, Road and Transport and Communication. He also briefly served as the Acting Chief Executive, of the National Health Insurance Authority. He's highly regarded for his leadership skills and competence. Notably, he served as a Vice Chairman and later the Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament. And in this role, he distinguished himself by uncovering several financial malpractices in Ghana's public accounts. Recognized for his expertise and commitment to public accountability, he played an active role in regional and international organizations. He's a member of the West African Association of Public Accounts Committee, the Commonwealth Association of Public Accounts Committee, and the African Regional Public Accounts Committee, further highlighting his dedication to promoting good governance and fiscal responsibility. His leadership extends beyond the national boundaries, as I mentioned. He's also, because he serves as the board chairman for the Joint United Nations Program on HIV and AIDS based in Geneva. Additionally, he's been elected as an alternate member of the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunizations, Gavi, showcasing his commitment for global health and immunization efforts. Prior to venturing into politics, our special guest of honor honed his financial expertise as a director of finance for Toyota Ghana Limited. His professional experience in the private sector has undoubtedly contributed to his astute understanding of financial matters and management of public resources. Our guest of honor for the past 6.5 years has been entrusted with the crucial role of overseeing the nation's healthcare system policies and initiatives, a duty he has discharged honorably. With a round of applause, let's all welcome our distinguished Minister of Health for our great nation, Honorable Kweku Ajiman Menu.
Thank you very much for your kind words. and a very extensive introduction of me. Nana Chairman, Nana Susubribi Krobia Asante, the College Council Chair, College President, College Vice Presidents, Rector of the College, and other rectors who have joined us, faculty chairs and members and secretaries, other college officers, past rectors of the college, past presidents of the college, the Ghana Medical Association executives who are here, invited guests, our friends from the media, members and fellows of the college, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't forget our young men from Aquinas and Accra High, who one day may take positions that we are occupying today. Now forget the MOH choir. Can I say my choir? You've distinguished yourselves. And I never knew that you are partnering Professor Adenu. So now we have identified another source of funding for the choir. I must express my happiness and joy to be here on this occasion of the 20th anniversary of Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. 20 years in the history of an institution. Though it's a short time, it is also a significant milestone. It is short because great institutions are expected to exist for much longer than 20 years. But it is significant because there are many that have not been able to survive the early years and end up only as a story of that which could have been. The Ghana College has gone through the early challenges of a new institution and has also been able to effectively handle the growing pains that come with the early years and is standing strong today, and this must be celebrated. The college is a key agency of the Ministry of Health, and her task of producing specialist doctors for the country is key to the development of our country. The members and fellows produced by the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons are very crucial for the success of our healthcare system. The fellows of the college are the automatic leaders of the health workforce, and we expect the college to continue providing the country with these leaders. It is the hope of the ministry that every hospital in this country will have a healthcare team comprising members and fellows of the college working together with other healthcare professionals. The contribution of the products of the college to health policy discussions will also help us come out with the best systems possible to ensure that our universal health coverage targets are achieved in the short term and that we continue having a healthy population in the long run. Nana Chair, over the past 20 years, Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons has produced almost 1,700 members and 200 fellows. This rate of production of members and fellows is much higher than what the country experienced in the absence of a local postgraduate medical college. I take this opportunity to pay my respects to all people who worked hard to get this college established. Ghana is very grateful to you all, and your efforts are yielding amazing fruits in the healthcare delivery system. The Minister of Health was very committed to the vision of establishing a local postgraduate medical college, and this is evident in the efforts of a number of my predecessors in the early stages. I have personally continued to work closely with the leadership of the college, showing that the ministry continues to be committed to the mission of Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. In recent times, my office has worked closely with the Rector's Office and secured Cabinet's approval of policies that will ensure that doctors start
their postgraduate training earlier than has been happening, and that the rate of production of fellows by the college is increased. We are currently working on getting a formal policy on the funding of postgraduate medical training established so that the funding system will not be solely dependent on the government. I would like to encourage the leadership of the college to use this 20th anniversary period to deliberate on how we can work together to increase the rate of production of specialists without compromising the quality of training. This will also be a good time to think about how to expand specialist training to all the regions of the country. What we still haven't done, but we are still working on, is the fact that almost all specialists who train are found in two major cities of our country, Accra and Kumasi. And I'm encouraged with a new strategy that the college is adopting to try and train specialists across, away from Kolebu and Komfanochi, so that some who are trained elsewhere may likely continue to stay in there and train others for us to keep them elsewhere. Once again, Nana Chair, ladies and gentlemen, let me congratulate Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons on achieving this 20-year milestone. I'm very grateful that I've been part of this occasion. And I say very, very happy birthday to the college, 20 years. And I believe it you were young people who started college, but now you'll be entering university or be completing your first degree. And that is a good milestone. You've achieved quite a lot, not only for this country, but for the western part of Africa and the rest of Africa. Let me thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our guest speaker, Minister of Health. We truly appreciate your presence here. It adds a whole lot to this occasion, our 25th birthday, truly so. And the college, I know, has taken note. We're going to work together with MOH to expand specialist training to all regions of the country. On a birthday, usually you celebrate with a cake. So we'll call again on our Minister of Health to launch the anniversary for us, and we'll also call all our members of the high table to help us cut the birthday cake. As we get ready for that, I just want to acknowledge all members, residents, faculty members, friends who are online watching us now. You are most welcome, and we appreciate your presence. Enjoy the 20th anniversary celebration. The only thing is you may not be able to take a piece of cake with us, but we'll reserve a portion for you. I hope the cameramen can capture it very well for those online to have a look. So, Minister of Health, Mr. Kwekwe, please, we'll ask you to launch the anniversary celebration, and then you all cut the cake.
Nana Chair, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think I now have the very singular honor to officially declare the anniversary celebrations open and wish the college many more fruitful years of advancing healthcare in Ghana in the years ahead of us. Thank you so much.
Once again, can I call all on the high table to kindly join us here to cut the cake. We'll ask the MOH choir to give us a song, be it a birthday song, whichever you choose. To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Oh, you know, may God bless you now. May God bless you now.
So we just continue straight away with it.
Yeah, so then when they sit down, we'll just go straight ahead to the next one. Kindly take your seats. Thank you. Hallelujah. Amen.
Should we interrupt the music, or
What
should we interrupt the music, or I should just
Or
announce?
after the music.